The different versions of kryptonite. All right, guys, let's see if there's anything we don't know here. All right. This could be a good video.
One shot. Today I'm going to talk about all the different versions of kryptonite because, well, there's more than just the common green one we all know of.
Yep.
Kryptonite has been discovered in various...
Which one is your favorite version of kryptonite? Put it in the comments. Mine is red.
Forms, differing in both appearance and effect. With that said, let's get into the various forms of kryptonite.
Alrighty.
Starting with the one we all know of, green kryptonite. It's by far the most common variation.
I'm curious what he's going to say because a lot of people have been acting like Superman can overcome green kryptonite and use his powers to do a kryptonite spear or some other kind of feat. It takes his powers away. Like, he can't use his powers on a green kryptonite. So I'm curious what he's going to say exactly specifically about it.
Green kryptonite weakens those of Kryptonian descent, decreasing all the powers and abilities that Earth's yellow sun.
He said decreasing. I don't know. In Smallville, he used his laser eye vision while kryptonite was there, and that... or wait, no, maybe he's used it and it hit and it reflected. I don't know. But it didn't help his invulnerability, but somehow he could still use his laser eye. I don't know.
Gives them. It could also be deadly in large doses or if they're exposed to it for long periods of time. Then there's black kryptonite. It first made its appearance in the Smallville TV show, but later made its way into the comic books.
That one is confusing. That's really hard for people to follow.
Debuting in Supergirl Volume 5, Issue 2. Black kryptonite splits a Kryptonian into two separate entities, one good and one evil. You also have blue kryptonite.
It's kind of weird, though, because it's like you get rid of the evil one and the person still is just the same normal, you know, half good, half evil version.
Weakens Bizarro the same way green kryptonite weakens Superman. Then we have pink kryptonite.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What did he say?
It weakens Bizarro the same way green kryptonite, one good and one evil. You also have blue kryptonite. It weakens Bizarro the same way green kryptonite weakens Superman. Then we have...
That's not all blue kryptonite does. Okay, guys. Blue kryptonite also, for Superman, it just removes his powers. Not permanently, only when he has the blue kryptonite. It takes his powers away. That's what blue kryptonite does.
Pink kryptonite, which debuted in Supergirl issue 79. When Linda Danvers takes over the mantle of Supergirl and arrives in the
Have you ever heard about pink kryptonite?
Crisis era, there is a pretty funny scene where Superman seemingly turns gay when exposed to pink kryptonite. In the scene, Superman says the following to Jimmy Olsen. Did I ever tell you how smashing you look in bow ties, Jimmy? By the way, that's a fabulous window treatment you've put together.
Okay, so I've heard about pink kryptonite. I know about pink kryptonite, but I've never read anything with it in there. So this is funny. This looks like about 90s or so. Oh, man.
Comic books. How ridiculous you could be sometimes.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have gold kryptonite. This kryptonite is affected by atomic radiation. It's capable of permanently removing a Kryptonian's ability to process yellow sunlight.
Which I believe is what on the Smallville crossover return Tom Welling, Erica Durant's short thing they did with the Arrowverse. I think that's how he became human. He went gold K.
Which in turn nullifies all superhuman abilities. But post-crisis, gold kryptonite only removes a Kryptonian's powers temporarily. Then there's jewel kryptonite.
Oh, I didn't realize that. So it wasn't always that it just, you know, removes permanently, because the blue is what removes it temporarily. Interesting.
It comes from the Jewel Mountain range of Krypton. It possesses the ability to...
Wait, what was the kind on that?
Then there's Jewel Kryptonite. It
Jewel
comes from the
Kryptonite.
Jewel Mountain range of Krypton. It possesses the ability...
Oh, look at that. Jax Fayora, General Druzod, Professor Vocox is one probably none of y'all know.
To amplify the psychic powers of people in the Phantom Zone, allowing them to project illusions into the real world or to control the minds of people not in the Phantom Zone.
Guys, I haven't heard of that one. I have not heard of Jewel Kryptonite. Wow, I didn't think this video was going to put anything. I mean, take a look at the background. I'm a big Superman fan, have been for a long time. That was new information to me. Of course, you got to realize it's like almost 90 years of Superman stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to know everything. If you want to have a collection like this, go down to my description. I've got a link to my Amazon store. It doesn't cost you any extra money. It's just what it would cost anyways. It just helps to support the channel through small commissions. Again, that doesn't raise the price. I even got this shirt. This shirt right here. If you like that. Boom. Yeah, that's an awesome shirt. You can get there and check it out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this guy's channel. It is in the description as well as the subscribe button you can find for this channel.
There's orange kryptonite, which gives super abilities to any animal that comes into contact with it.
That one became more popular and well-known when the Super Pets movie came out.
debuted in Crypto the Superdog issue 4. There's also red kryptonite, which affects Superman differently every single time. It can cause the
Yeah, it really does. And in that version, apparently he turns into red kryptonite.
oddest variety of effects, including such things as transformations or even being unable to see anything green. We have silver.
But typically, what red kryptonite does, it doesn't usually transform him, and it doesn't make him not see anything green. Usually what it does is it makes him not really care. Like he's not too concerned. On Lois and Clark, he was just like, robbers come by, he'd be like, oh well. On Smallville, however, it made like his deepest, darkest inner desires be what controlled him. So he might get angry. He might not care about stuff. He may, it was kind of crazy. So what was interesting is on that show, his deepest, darkest secret, was like not to let his secret out, and he kind of would hide that a lot because it was like his innermost thoughts were coming to the surface. Really interesting.
Kryptonite, which debuted
What is it? Silver. Okay.
in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen issue 70 in July of 1963. Although it was revealed to be a hoax by Jimmy Olsen, in Superman Batman issue 49, silver kryptonite was reintroduced. On this occasion, it's shown to be authentic as it causes Kryptonians to suffer from delusions. A weird
Yeah, I think they use that in Smallville as well.
kryptonite is white kryptonite. And I'm saying that as if several of the ones I mentioned already aren't weird. But anyway, white kryptonite destroys all plant life, whether it's native to Krypton or not. It was created when kryptonite passed through a weird space cloud. There's X kryptonite, which gives non-powered life.
But what does it do? Wait, did I miss that?
Kryptonite passed through a weird space cloud. There's X kryptonite, which gives
Did I miss that, guys? Put it in the comments. I didn't hear what white kryptonite actually does.
non-powered life forms like humans and animals superpowers for a temporary duration. It was created by Supergirl, who was seeking an antidote for green kryptonite. Next up, we have anti-kryptonite, which pre-crisis, it is lethal to non-superpowered Kryptonians and killed many of them.
Anti-kryptonite is also what powers Ultraman, as opposed to the sun.
Is their green kryptonite. Pre-New 52, it was the power source for one version of the character Ultraman, which is Superman's evil counterpart. Then you have slow kryptonite, which is produced by Metallo that affects humans. Slow kryptonite is the green kryptonite to normal humans, but its effect on actual Kryptonians is unknown. You guys
I never heard of that one either. Slow kryptonite? Guys, put it in the comments if you've heard of slow kryptonite. And Metallo's involved in that? He's on my wall right here with all kinds of kryptonite.
winded yet? No? Good, because I still have like several more to go through, like Kryptonite. It was artificially created by Mr. Nero. The mineral is magnetically attracted to all substances originally from Krypton. You also have
Oh man, guys, judging by the thumbnail, I didn't know there was going to be kryptonites on here that I had never heard of. This is kind of blowing my mind. Again, 90 years of Superman comics. I have a lot of Superman comics, but I don't have 90 years worth. And if I did, I'd probably be rich because a lot of those are worth a lot of money.
Bizarro red kryptonite, which is the red kryptonite to normal humans.
Okay.
Then there's Kryptonite X. It's a one-time fluke. Kryptonite X was created when the character the Eradicator filtered a harmful barrage of kryptonite discharged by the villain Cyborg Superman at Superman. The result was actually beneficial, supercharging Superman and restoring his ability to process solar radiation.
Yeah, I don't remember much about that. The whole Superman story, Death and Return of Superman storyline, there's so much depth in that. I've read it several times, and I still sometimes when I read it through, I read the novel too by Roger Stern several times. I get new stuff every time because it's so in depth. If you haven't read that, you need to read that. I'll try to put it in my Amazon store too if you want it.
Unfortunately, it also apparently clung to him and caused him to absorb solar energy at a rapidly accelerated rate, eventually causing his powers to go out of control and his body to build more mass. Superman was purged of it after a battle with Parasite. I do want to mention
that was from was it the Superman Secret Origin storyline? That was a good Parasite.
Kryptonite X shouldn't be confused with the aforementioned X Kryptonite. Next, we have red and green kryptonite. It was a synthetic kryptonite created by Brainiac that mutated Superman. This variety made him grow a third eye.
Oh, red and green. I was like, we already did red and green.
On the back of his head. There's also been hoax kryptonites such as
Did any of y'all know that with a third eye? There is some crazy stuff in here. Man, that's hilarious.
silver kryptonite, which I
don't have any comic with any of that stuff in there.
Earlier, but you also have yellow kryptonite, blood kryptonite, kryptonite plus, purple spotted kryptonite, and fake kryptonite. all hoax kryptonites. And just like that, you now know a bunch of different versions of kryptonite that
I
have
do.
appeared in the 75 plus years of Superman's existence. I may have left out a few on this list, but all the ones I mentioned are some of the coolest / weirdest.
Wow, guys, that is crazy. Don't forget to check out that channel. They obviously get good information. And if you want to see me react to more Superman videos, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And also, I don't just do reaction videos. I do Superman news. I do Superman videos like, this one right here.